All right, guys, this video is for Lit Terms quiz number 3. So this one is going to be schemes, all of schemes, and 1 through 7 of tropes. So I'm going to go ahead and talk you guys through those. Okay, so a scheme is any figure of speech that deals with word order, syntax, letters, and sounds. So it's kind of a catch-all for anything that's dealing with your sentence structure, mostly. So like alliteration, ellipsis, parentheses, and then everything that was under syntax are all examples of a specific scheme, okay? So alliteration is the repetition of an initial consonant sound. Initial is important there because it is the first consonant sound. There are other ones like consonants, which is just the repetition of a consonant sound. It doesn't matter where it is. It could be at like the end. So if we said like black, flack, right? That k at the end, that could be an example of consonants, but it's not an example of alliteration because black and flack are 2 different consonant sounds. Remember, consonants are everything other than vowels, okay? An ellipsis is the ... and it's always 3 dots. And basically it's showing me that information is omitted from what's going on here. Parenthesis is when we have extra information that is set off by parentheses, right? Tropes. So a trope is any figure of speech which is expressing something other than the literal. So it's anything that is figurative, which means that everything under the tropes title is a trope, right? A metaphor, simile, synecdoche, metonymy, personification, all of those are also tropes. So you can use trope, again, kind of like scheme, as a catch-all for these other figurative language expressions. A metaphor is a comparison where you do not use like or as. You say one thing is another. Simile is where you compare with using like or as. So rather than saying that kid is a cheetah, you might say that kid is as fast as a cheetah. Synecdoche is where, and it's not pronounced synecdoche, synecdoche, is where the part is substituted for the whole, right? So when I'm talking about helping hands, I don't just want their hands to help me. I want the entire person to help me out, right? So a part is substituted for the whole. Same thing with like referring to your car as wheels, right? The wheels are just a part of the car, but I'm talking about the whole thing. Metonymy is a little bit different. It's where you substitute a word for an object closely associated with it. So rather than calling a king the king, you might say the crown decreed that so-and-so should happen. The crown is obviously not doing that. It's an inanimate object, but it is an object closely associated with kings. We automatically assume that kingship comes with various accoutrements, or calling like businessmen suits, right? We associate that businessmen wear suits, so we can say just suits, and then that's a catch-all for businessmen. So synecdoche and metonymy are similar, but different. So synecdoche, it actually has to be a part of the thing, whereas metonymy is just a word that is closely related. Personification is where you give human characteristics to non-human things. So talking about a tree dancing in the wind, that kind of thing. And hyperbole is extravagant exaggeration. All right. So that is schemes plus tropes 1 through 7, and that will be for Lit Terms quiz number 3. Good luck, everybody.